Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Let's keep everything crossed. First and foremost, let me know if you can hear me, because I've put a mic on as well. Don't know if you can see it here. I've connected a mic. So we're live on YouTube. I can see that. I can see your comments. Well, I hope so. Forgive me while I just keep dotting back to my laptop just to make sure it is all going. I did have to... Yes. I think so anyway. I think I am. Well, here we go. It says that I'm live. Now, yeah, there you are. Yes, loud and clear. I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Perfect. Great. Boy, that looks crystal clear on YouTube. Brilliant. Excellent. Still using the same software, which means your name, your comment, your name would always come up in blue with when you were watching on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, your comment's coming through as red. It's cool, isn't it? Absolutely fab. Right, so we're all good. We're all going. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. Bloody hell, do you know how many months I've been trying to get... I was about to swear there, I won't. YouTube up and running. Yes, and you can hear me. Perfect. Great. So, right, the only thing, forgive me the redness around my face, it's just this time of the year. Oh, let me plug in my battery. This time of the year with the... Oh, forgive that wire. Excuse me a second. I will finish my sentence in a minute. There we go. Just didn't want that one to cut out. Yeah, just this time of the year my skin and that goes dry, and I've got cream and that for it. But yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to tell on Facebook. YouTube you can, because it's crystal clear. Anyway, right, I think we've got it. Earlier on I got it all set up via my laptop, and when I went on to connect everything, Facebook was going live but YouTube wasn't. I was like, what? I hadn't done anything different from my test yesterday, so that's why I knocked you off. I was going to come on and say, look, I'm going to start again, and then I thought, right, save time, I'll just knock you all off and I will reconnect, and that has been working. Right, so I've just that's one thing I'm going to have to figure out. Is how do I connect my battery when my mic's hooked up? Right, that one, we'll need to work that one out later on. Right, let's go back. Let's have a look and see, because we've got so many more comments, because we've got some on Facebook, some on YouTube. Let's go back now. There's no way I'll be able to go through them all. I apologise. Same thing still stands. I will go over the comments tomorrow, so any that I've missed, questions or that, will give a helping hand. Let's do a little shout out for those on YouTube. So we've got Debbie, we've got Kim, we've got Louise, we've got Diane, Gilmore, Sandra, we've got Kate, we've got Dita, we've got Kim, we've got Pamela. Kate is saying, oh, you're speaking away. A few of you saying you feel a lot more comfortable on YouTube, which is good to hear. Hello all, so glad you are now on YouTube, Craig. Fingers crossed. Pamela, I like YouTube better, less gremlins too. Don't speak too soon. Busy Lizzie's is saying, hello Craig and everyone. Hello to you too. We've got Gina saying, hello Craig and everyone. Michelle saying, hello, I'm happy you're on YouTube. We've got XCon94 saying, now I get to watch on my big TV. There you are. Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Woohoo, here we are. Hi everyone. Diana's saying, great, we have sound. Barbara, Rhonda, thank you so much. Right, is people having issues? Right, here we go. What you touch, you keep freezing and going quiet. Right, let's try. Well, I don't know why I'm buffering, because everything's strong. what you touched. If I'd stopped it as I couldn't get connected for some problem, but right. Just don't you love modern technology? Don't you, Duff? Don't you just? Right, so I don't know what's causing the buffering. It was freezing, but I went out back in and it stopped. Yeah, so if it is freezing, if you try coming out and going back in, this has happened a couple of times before where a lot of people were saying once they've gone out and come back in, they've been fine. I'm all good, strong signal, no issues, nothing blocking, so we're good here. So if you are having issues, like Busy Lizzie says, it was freezing, but I went out, then came back in and it stopped. So let's see, try doing that, and then, well, if it persists, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but let's give that a shot and see. Right, so what we'll do is, because I did have to knock you out for a little bit, we'll just wait a wee moment or two before we have a look through the box and see what other comments. We won't, of course, forget all of you that are in on Facebook. So let's go in. We've got Lynn is saying, woohoo, you're live. Thank you for persevering, Craig. I'm telling you, I'm not one to give up. I am not one to give up. I've got a lot of patience and I won't give up till the last minute. Karen is saying hello from Kentucky. Pamela is saying hello all. We've got a few of you chatting away to each other. Rachel is saying hi everyone. Sandy is saying Facebook is okay for me. Karen is saying mine is doing okay now, no buffering. Fine on Facebook. Facebook seems to be settling now. Craig, this is awesome. So excited for your inspirational mix. Thank you, Sandy. Now, we did find out once before, didn't we, that Facebook, when I was just on Facebook, it was buffering to start with, and then after a few minutes it seemed to settle. We'll keep an eye on that one. Anne is saying hi from Schwami from Wales. I love it when you write things phonetically. Love it. Margaret saying, I've got you on YouTube now. Yay! Brilliant. Kirsty is... The only thing with the red is it makes it a bit harder to see. Kirsty is saying it's fine now, Craig. Dan said freezing did stop. Sandy, everything is fine now. You were freezing at the start. You've got... if you want to hand with your set, and drop me a message, I can try and help. Thank you, Kate. That's very kind of you. We've got Busy Lizzie saying, all good here, Craig. Anyone seen it on Facebook? Because I'm seeing nothing. That was Corey Pup. Well, a lot of people are watching and commenting via Facebook. So there was someone else that said they had an issue on Facebook. So maybe it is Angela saying, catch up tomorrow, show about to start. Well, no problem at all. Whether you are watching now or you're going to be watching afterwards, no problem. Detail, love your coffee mug. Kate is saying, you're my person. Grey's Anatomy. Actually, that's just the second episode of Grey's Anatomy has just been added to Disney Plus today. I'm going to watch that after this live. Oh, I've just got... Oh, look at that. So... Right. Dita, you've put... No, it's working. So... Right, where can I find your comment so I can knock that one off? Now, obviously, I've known that if I tap a comment, it comes up on the screen like Dita's has. But it always says Facebook. Look at that. It now says YouTube. Easily amused. Oh my God, I can't... Sorry, love your coffee mug. Where is yours? Oh, no. So we've got... Love your coffee mug. No, it's working. Excuse me while I just find that comment there. Otherwise, we're going to be sitting with this on all time. So just bear with me a second. We've got... just chat away amongst yourself. Oh, there we go. We can knock it off. So, my excitement there. Now, if I tapped, let's go Caroline. So, comment comes up, but it's got YouTube in the corner. Love that. Brilliant. Easily amused. Let's also do Sandy from Facebook. Facebook Live. In the corner there, Sandy, this is awesome. So excited for your inspirational makes. I hope you like them. I hope you do anyway. We've got... who's cheat? Right, this is maybe... Let me take Sandy's off. Oh, here we go again. This might be me being completely vain here, but who's changed their Facebook name to I Love Craig 09? Okay, I stream it from the US, so up to episode 4 of it. Oh no, I don't like doing that. I like doing it in line with the UK. I know a lot of people do it. Right. Here we go. Let's crack on. Craig, you pronounce my name Dieta. Okay, doc. I will forget. Isn't that always the way when you're looking for something? I Love Craig 09. There we go. Perfect. Right. We're sorted. We're all good. So, Facebook Live. And you see, even when I was typing out, I was like typing Facebook Live. And it's like, but it's not just a Facebook Live. So, live streaming. Anyway. Here we go. Let's crack on. So on Friday here in the UK, I am on Hobby Maker. So I'm on at 6 a.m, I'm on at 7 a.m, I'm on at 3 p.m, and I'm on at 5 p.m. And then on Saturday, I'm on at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Something like that anyway. And then on Friday at 7 a.m, and then at 3 p.m, I've got the Hobby Maker launch of Sara's new collection, box collection, Through the Looking Glass, which is absolutely beautiful. It's all inspired by, of course, your... Why was I about to say Sleeping Beauty there? Alice in Wonderland. All inspired. It's got that Alice in Wonderland theme that runs throughout. Finished sample here are absolutely gorgeous. I will tell you, for those outside of the UK and those that do just like to wait until we have it on Crafters TV, it is coming to Crafters TV. I believe Sara herself is launching it, and it is very, 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 very soon. Very soon. But I have the launch on Hobby Maker on Friday. So I thought what we'll do is, one, because I've got some finished samples with me to take with me to Hobby Maker, and I've got the board, so I thought let's show it all together. So I'm going to go through the box because it's an absolutely beautiful box. It's going to work really, really well with your other Sara boxes that you've got, maybe your birthday, Nutcracker, etc, etc. So we'll go through the box, I'll go through the boards, and then I'll show you some of the most finished samples. I'm not demoing it on this Facebook Live tonight because I was limited in time and getting bits and pieces done together. We are going to have a look though at the heritage dies, because I had organised little bits to do a Facebook Live the other night with them, and then I couldn't do it. Thankfully I didn't tell you guys that, because then I didn't have to let you down. So that's why I'm not doing this box, but you will have to wait to either Hobby Maker or very, 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 very soon on Crafters TV. Okay, doc. Patty saying, welcome to YouTube. Love now watching you on my big screen. Caroline says, I could not connect to Facebook. A couple of you have said that tonight. So I'm going to have to start watching from YouTube now, aren't we? Christy, speaking away to each other. We've got, I can't wait to see Through the Looking Glass launch. I know a few of you may have already got it stateside from HSN. And if you have, then lucky. If you have, then you'll be able to send in some finished cards or projects that you've made. Busy Lizzie, or chatting away to Busy Lizzie with Victoria, just saying, I'm in Preston, Lancashire, and it's windy as hell. I live on the 8th floor and my lamps of the building is shaking. I can feel it. Well, it's not quite that windy here, but let me tell you, it has been chucking of rain earlier on. Me and Caitlin went out to get a bite to eat, and the wind was chucking down. No, the rain was chucking down and the wind was so strong. So hopefully it does die down. I think it has though, because I can't hear it from outside. Right, let's crack on. Let's crack on and go through this box. If you are just tuning in again, I'm just going to reiterate this again, because I know maybe a few people have not seen it and have seen my red eyes and that. I'm fine, don't worry, just the time of the year, my skin goes like this sometimes. You guys don't tend to see it because I usually have my TV makeup on, but I've just been letting my skin breathe lately, so you're getting me all natural. There you go. Right, through the looking glass, let's have a look and see what we have got. We have got the most gorgeous box. Now, I know it is all about the contents of the box, but we do also love to have beautiful packaging, don't we? So what we've got is our beautiful box here. Now, it contains over 205 elements. It also enables you to make 12 cards with the cards that are included. So what we've then got, Craig, it's not showing on Facebook. Right. Well, there's a lot of people watching via Facebook, so maybe you just need to try coming out of your Facebook and trying it again. So yeah, might just be the weather. Might just be your weather. Craig, this Facebook page is Crafter's Companion, not your Facebook page, FYI. Oh, is it? How's that work? Anyway, do you know what? What's done now is done now. Let's crack on. Here we go. So we've got our box here. We are making a minimum of 12 cards that are 4x6, but we can then dive straight on. Yeah, Linda, I'm on Facebook and I see it. Fine on Facebook. Anyway, strange one. Beautiful collection. Absolutely love the blues and the red. All inspired, of course, from Alice in Wonderland, that Alice in Wonderland theme, where we have got that through the looking glass. I'm just going to pop that at an angle so that I can see my screen. And then what we've got inside, I'm not going to open all of this because I do have the boards, as I say, at the side. Let me just taint that a little bit so it's not as bright. So we've got our card blanks. These are all a matte cardstock with your envelopes inside. We've got these gorgeous gems here. I am just going to move it out the way at the moment because that contrast is shining. We've got the gorgeous gems. These are actual bling gems. So we've got 100 of these ones here, and we've got the blues, we've got the silvers, we've got the reds, and we've also got the blacks as well. Then what we've actually got, I think it's four stencils. So once again, I'm not going to open them because I've got all the boards at the side of me, but you've got stencils here. Few of them are a full design, and one of them is a mix of sentiments and designs. What we've also got, it's a super cute little template, and I will show you. It makes this cute little, look at that little teacup that you can see here. You can decorate it as you wish. So you've got that template as well. We've got satin ribbon. We know my favourite, satin ribbons. The whole theme colour wise running through the red, blue and white. We've got sequins. We've got 10 grams of these mirror red sequins. They're little love hearts as well. So what we've got here is charms. We have got 10 charms that we can see here, And then what you've also got is 5 of each. So you've got 5 designs and 2 of each. So we've got little charms here. You'll see them a little bit better when I show you the boards. We have got, oh, one's just fallen out, I don't want to lose that one. We have then also got the stamp set. So we've got all these stamps. So you've got the character of Alice, we've got the time, we've got the clock, we've got the cards. I know you can't quite see it just yet, but you will see it in a moment. YouTube not showing. Try jumping out of YouTube and going back in, Diane, because a lot of people are watching and commenting via YouTube. If it's not shown on YouTube or it's not shown on Facebook, try coming out of your Facebook or YouTube and then come back in. So we've got the stamps. We've also got these dies as well. Now these dies are different from what would match up with the stamps here. So we've got sort of silhouette. We've got Alice, we've got the Cheshire Cat, beautiful frame, teapot, little teacups, drink me, eat me. We've got this key, absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful when it comes to this one. Then what we've also got is we've got our 8x8 papers. Now wait until you see these in a moment. Beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous, elegant, fun. That is all the words, all the same words that I'm going to be using in the actual showing you of this box. So then what we've also got is 8x8 matte papers. So once again we're going with it, and it's not quite a white, it's kind of like a stone, light stone colour. So we've got stone colour, we've got blue, we've also got red as well. I think we've got black in there as well. So what we've got within all of these ones here is this most beautiful collection, all inspired by, of course, Alice in Wonderland. It is one of these collections when I knew or found out that it was coming out, I did think, wow, that is absolutely gonna fly. I did think, completely honest with you, I did think, is it going to be my cup of tea? Is it going to be my style? You know, I love a lot of the original Disney films, and of course this isn't Disney, this is all inspired by Alice in Wonderland through the looking glass, so to speak. But when I got my hands on it, when I first seen the finished samples, I was like, oh my gosh, these are gorgeous. Then when I actually got my hands on it last week, I completely and utterly fell in love with this whole collection. So let's show you in a little bit more detail when it comes to the boards. What we've got is our sequence. So tiny little heart sequence that you've got a full bag of them here, and that is 10 grams, so really good weighty bag of your heart sequence that you've got. Then what you've got, and you're just going to have to forgive us with the gems here, being in transit, they start to fall off, but you do have your blue, you've got your black, you've got your silver, you've got your red, and you've got 3 different sizes when it comes to each colour. So you've got your large, your medium, and your small as well. So you've got your gems, 100 of them, and then you've got, I think I said 10 metal charms, forgive me, it's 8 metal charms, really weighty charms. If you've had any of Sara's ones in the past, you'll know how weighty they are. So you have got the 8 of them, and you've then got 2 of each. So you've got a little hand mirror, you've also got your little key, you've got 2 little teapots, and you've also got White Rabbit. So that is your charms. Then, as well as having that full stamp set, you've got this individual one that says, this is my dream, I'll decide where I go from there. Here, let's get it right, Craig. This is my dream, I'll decide where I go from here. Alice in Wonderland. Now imagine that, beautiful as it is, within your black ink pad. But if you used maybe your shimmer, now maybe you want to use your quick dry, maybe you want to do some heat embossing, that would look absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So lots of ways in which you can use that. Then we've got our satin ribbons here. So we've got our 3 colours, we've got 9 reels in total, and then we've got our 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch and 3/4 of an inch in each sizes. We've then also got our stencils, so 4 in total. And then what we've got within this one here, this is a lovely mixture from your sentiment as well as your little designs. So use it as one if you want to, or little cherry pick little sections using your masking tape. You can see how you could easily do that. Drink me, we're all mad here, eat me, and then you've got your little designs as well that's going to work through with your patterns that you want to create. We've then got, which these are all by the way 4x6, we've got our first full design, which is We're All Mad Here. Now once again, imagine cherry picking sections, or maybe you want to go in with your Stay Sticky glue and go over with your flakes. You can spritz through them if you want, or go in with maybe your glitter pastes. Of course, that would look absolutely stunning no matter which way you use them. So you've got We're All Mad Here. We've got Alice in Wonderland. So you can see we've got Starlight. Yes, this is live. You are watching it right now. Just seen your comment saying, is this now or did I miss it? Nope, you've not missed it. It is currently 8:49 p.m. here in the UK on the 2nd of November. So we've got Alice in Wonderland. So you've got that full silhouette of what absolutely epitomises Alice in Wonderland that we can see here. What we've then got, it's always tea time. It is. It's always tea time, even though mine's is a way to finish. I have got my water, thankfully. So we've got It's Always Tea Time here. Now once again, you could maybe go in with selective parts of these designs and cherry pick sections when it comes to colouring with your ink pads. When it comes to things like your teapot, teacups, you could always draw around them with a black art liner and then colour them in if you want to. So you really have a lot of scope in the creative ways that you can use it. So that is It's Always Tea Time here. Then we're going to go into the actual teapot template that you can see here. So a very simple one just to draw around and then cut out. When it comes to anything like this, as I always say, you are more than welcome to draw around it with a pen or a pencil, and if you've got a bladed cutting machine, then you can go in, scan it in and use the blade as the scissors and use it that way if you want to. So simply draw, cut, score these bottoms that makes that beautiful little teapot box that I showed you a minute ago, and I will show you in a moment. Then we're going to have a look at the full set of stamps. How incredible are these? We've got Alice, we've got Wonderland, we've got that Drink Me, we've got the Eat Me. Alice in Wonder, this is what I was actually way to say earlier on, and I'm not fully up to date. I know the storyline of Alice in Wonderland. I'm not fully up to date with the characters, etc., because it wasn't one of my favourites. I was more Pinocchio, Lady and the Tramp, etc., but I have seen it a few times and I know the storyline. I'm just not up to some of the characters. But then we do have Every Adventure Requires a First Step, that being by the Cheshire Cat. That sort of thing I am aware of. I know the sentiments, the sayings. You're entirely bonkers, but I'll tell you a secret. All the best people are. Alice in Wonderland. I knew who I was this morning, but I've changed a few times since then. And then We're All Mad Here. So few sentiments that you've got here, so a lot of fun. Lynn, it's coming to Crafters TV very, 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 very shortly. I'll be launching it in Hobby Maker on Friday. Then we have got our dies. So we've got this beautiful frame, but then you've got that silhouette of Alice as if she's dancing. You've got the white rabbit, Cheshire cat, that lock and key. You've got your teacups. You've also got your teapot. You've got drink me. You've got eat me. You've also got the diamonds, the hearts, etc., etc., all here within that die forum. Then we can have a look at the papers. So when it comes to the papers, what we've got is your 5 colours. When it comes to your colours, you can see, sorry, I've got the sniffles there. I was just forgetting that I've got a microphone on me now. Can't quite get away with being discreet, can I? So what we've got here, when it comes to our 8x8 in size, we've got our 12 sheets of cardstocks. So we've got 6 colours, as I say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we've got 2 of each. So we've got this beautiful navy. We've also got this lilac. We've got this stone colour. We've also got, not lost out, nothing's happened. For a week today, because I've been up in my craft room most of the day, I keep hearing noises. I'm telling you, there's something in my house. Not like as in right now, but there's something. Things are going on. It's weird. Anyway, let's just, we'll go back. This is more important. Although I know many of you will find that interesting. I'll tell you the stories another day. So, 8x8. Let's go back so that you can see. 8x8, we've got our navies. We've got our lilacs. We've got our stone. We've got your reds. You've got, look at your blues. And then you've got kind of like your caramel colour. So that's where you're getting your 6 sheets of these ones, and you're getting 2 of each, all 8x8. No, it's definitely not ALEXA. I'm not going to say it because it's going to set mine and everyone's off. Is it a friendly ghost? Yeah, I do believe it is. Right, then we're going to go in to what is, I'm going to say it, my absolute favourites. And I am, because I've seen a few of you have said what I've been thinking. So I'm going to ask for you. I'm going to ask if, there's no guarantees, there's no promises. All that I'm going to do is at least ask and see if these would be available in a download forum. Because I know, like me, you're going to want to have more. So there's no promises, there's no guarantees. All that I can do is ask the question, but I've seen in the comments you guys have been asking just like the way that I've been thinking, so I will do it and maybe we'll get them. But these are your 8x8 papers. So your cardstock I showed you, 8x8, your papers are 8x8. Now you've got 8 designs and then you've got 2 of each. Now look at these. These, the quality, the design, the layout, all of this just reminds me of a Graphic 45 / Stamperia. It is absolutely phenomenal. And then it does mean, as we've started to see as of late, we've got a bold design on one side, and then when it comes to the back, you've got more of that subtle. It's not as strong, it's not as impactful, but it's still a lovely design. The whole colours that I've been going through just run through all of this that you can see here. So you've got the clock watches, you've got a lot of the florals, you've got the drink me as well as the eat me, the playing cards you've got, and then once again you've got that matching background. So it's as if all of this full detail has been lifted and taken away, and you're left with that backdrop. We've got the teacups, we've got the cards again, we've got some of the florals, some of Alice's dress that you can see right in the background. And then within this one here, if you really zone into the back, you've got that back. What we've got again within this one here, you've got that bunting, that flag work. You'll find that the cards, the teacups, these run throughout that whole pattern paper. You can see that I'm showing you right now. You've got some of the blues and the reds that are mixed within this one. And then you've got that subtle background as well. A lot of these are looking as though they've been distressed for you, that 3D look. Then we're going to go into more of your greens and your reds. You can see the Mad Hatter's hat just down in that bottom corner there with the teacups, with your subtle backdrop. Another one of my favourites, combining a lot here. The pile of teacups, you've got that elongated, lost my train of thought there, I'll think of it in a moment. You've got the cards, you've got the Alice's dress, teapot, that's what I was trying to think of. You've got the drink me as well. And you've got the eat me within that one, with some of the little floral heads. Down here is if you've got the picnic going on at the bottom here, but you've got that layer upon layer upon layer already done for you. So in actual fact, let me just go in a little bit closer so that you can see here. So drink me, eat me, the teacups, you've got the clock watch, hand watch, you've got the dress, the cards, all of these beautiful with the bunting, goes back and forwards. You've got the lanterns and that as well that we can see. Then of course flip it over, a coordinated background, and then we have got our last one for now. Isn't it fab? All of these are 8x8. You can add ink to them if you want, you can add distress to them if you want. You can see how stunning it absolutely is with a coordinated background that you can just see there. So that one being your 8x8. So with your 8x8 and your printed papers, you have got your 6 colours, 8 designs, and you've got your 2 of each. Your actual cardstock, you've got your 6 colours, 2 of each of these ones. So that is your through the looking glass. So I think we've established that it looks as though I am live on Crafters Companions Facebook page and not mine. However that happened. Hey, at least we're on Facebook and we're on YouTube. That's the main thing. So that is Through the Looking Glass Sara Signature Collection. So some of you will already have got it from HSN. I'm launching it on Hobby Maker on Friday, and then it will be coming to Crafters TV very, very soon. So just keep your eyes peeled. I believe it is Sara that's launching it herself. Things may change, but as it stands at the moment, I believe it is Sara. So that's the collection. Let's show you some finished samples. Let's go from up above again. I'm just going to zoom out that a little bit more so that we can see. So I showed you this one earlier on. I mean, isn't that beautiful? It's cute. Popping a few tea bags in here. I'm not sure. There's no room for the name, so I'm not sure who's made that one. But a nice little gift for you to then pop in. Little tea bags. Maybe even if it's the little tea bags you get in the little wrappers, you can do that one. So using many of the elements, the stamps, the dies, the dies alone. You've got your charms, your ribbons, your templates, the white rabbit on the back there. And again, and I hold no apologies for constantly saying, you know, beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, because they absolutely are. Yes, the collection is, but what the design team have done when it comes to these ones, I just hope my demos on Hobby Maker will do it absolutely justice. I've tried my best to make sure that it really shows off. So what we've then got here is creating shakers. That you can do that with the dies as well that you've got when it comes to the actual sequence. Then we can then be using our stencils. So if we go, and I'm going to zoom out so that you can see it. So we've got our easel. Always tea time here, using which I'm going to say is a Bordeaux. And we've then got our eat me, drink me. We've got the cupcakes, we've got the glass and that as well. Kate, why doesn't it come to CTV first? For the same reason that it goes to HSN first. HSN get many of the collections stateside first, and Hobbymaker get many of the collections here in the UK first. So then what we've got, this one here being 7x7. So it does mean that, of course, what you can do is, yes, use the 4x6 cards you've got included, or you can go bigger using the Alice in Wonderland stencils, then in combining the stamps. I mean, look at the layering that you can do with the stamps and the dies. Colour with your tri-blends, your classiques, or your new tricolours, of course. You can absolutely do that. So what we've then got is going into an A5 card. So using the pattern papers, layering up with the papers you've got included. You might just want to use your own craft card, which most of us have already got, and then using the stamps, the silhouette dies. Beautiful, gorgeous. Then we've got Twisted Easel. I mean, I'm not sure who's made this one. It was Maxine. Maxine's made this one. So with all due respect to Maxine, a very simple twisted easel. However, what Maxine's done here with the overlapping and the layering, it works perfectly together. And if anything, an easel, a twisted easel, seems to work really well for this collection. Don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's a bit odd. I don't mean this card, I mean like the film, the actual storyline. It's a bit weird and it's a bit wacky, and you can get away with doing things like this. You can see here, you can then of course be making cards such as these. Then we can then be making our bit boxes, of course. Then you can then take your frame, make that into a shaker, but really accent your silhouettes. You're stamping your dies, shaping them with your poke tool, or even your ball tool if you want, and then layering up. Doesn't stop you from, so we've got, Rebecca's made this one, so we've then been making theatre cards, diorama cards. I mean, look at that one there. So going in, and what Rebecca's done, really good idea and a really good tip here. I'm not sure if you can quite see it. So where she's inked the sentiment, she's gone in with a little white gel pen and done tiny little dots and layering up again. Stamping and colouring works an absolute treat. Of course, this one would then fold flat. We can go a bit darker if we want to. So our Julia's made this one. So going in darker and going for that torn effect here, isn't it? Kitty Cat, that's a really good way of saying it. Absolutely, Alice was a bit that twisted way, so a twisted easel is perfect. No disrespect, of course, to Alice, but yeah, absolutely get what you were meaning there. Going in over with your inks, going in with your clear sparkle overlays that you can see here. Really do love what Julia's done on this one here. And then also Rebecca, remembering our Christmas cut and emboss folders, why not use them? So yes, looking through the looking glass, but then looking through the window, you've got Alice with that combination of all these little bits here, from the clock watch, the hat, of course, the cards, the eat me. Isn't it fab? Isn't it really, really fab? And keeping it simple in the middle there with your layering. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to zoom out that little bit more. And while I start to layer and combine these ones up. So I've only got a few finished samples. I've not got all of them. I just want to make sure I've not missed any. Julie had also made that one, and I'm not sure who, of course, has made that one. So can see it is a exquisite collection. I do think this may actually be a brand new favourite to many of you when it comes to Sara's new signature boxes. I think you're absolutely going to love that one. I'm going to if ever I find it hard to keep up to date with Facebook comments, sorry, let's just move, that's my mic cable. Now we have got Facebook as well, so please forgive me if I am missing, and I am trying to keep an eye on them as I'm going through the boards and that. But if I did miss anything, I will check back tomorrow, I promise. We've got Mary saying, wow, those printed papers are fabulous, aren't they? They are absolutely fabulous. Kevin, we definitely need more collections like this. I will give your feedback onto the team, although I think they're also going to agree with you. Gilmore saying, yes, Craig reminds me of Stamperia. It does have that feel and look to it, doesn't it? But with the Crafter's Companion touch. Can see it much clearer here than on Craig's Facebook. Fab. It's quite simple to set up a YouTube as well. As in, for you to subscribe and watch, not to go live, trust me. Although maybe there was an easy way and I just went down the hard way. Sandra's saying, so excited for this box. Mary saying, thank you for previewing this box. You're very welcome. We've got... So Dawn is saying, that's adorable. Jane is saying, hi there, speaking away to Mary Rue. And actually, just as I said there a moment ago, of all these speciality boxes, this is my favourite. We've got Janet saying, I really like that teapot shaker card. Busy Liz is saying, your mic is that good, I can hear you swallowing your tea. Oh, isn't that horrible? Isn't that horrible? I'm going to land George of the Joystick in here, because he is the world's worst, and give him stick for this. He's the world's worst, because when we have our talk back in our ear, and he'll do that, and when you can hear someone going drinking away, it's annoying. Never actually thought of that. I might just move my mic to the side when I have to take a drink. Jane saying, I buy the box for just the papers alone. They are amazing. A lot of you saying, yeah, absolutely would. Love more of the papers. Great samples by the team. Snow White version, that would be good. That would be good. Jan saying, hi Craig, how are you? I'm very well, thank you very much. Seeing a few saying, love an ET theme. That I would love. I would love that one. So I think few people confused as to what I'm showing. So no, this isn't a sub box. It's not an advent calendar or anything like this. This is Sara's brand new signature box. So this is Sara's brand new one that you can see here. So it's not a sub box, it's not the advent calendar, it's our new box. Right, let's go on and let's do some crafting with our heritage dies. So we've got Sharon saying love a fairy tale. Gosh, comments, which this is a great thing, thank you so much. Comments are going thick and fast. Every time I go to read, another load jumps up, so appreciate that. We've got such amazing cards. Love the cards by Julia. I'll tell her, I'll give her a message and say that you loved them. Shrek, yeah. Shrek would be a good one. Right, here we go. Buffering on Facebook, not on YouTube. There we go. YouTube's the place to go. YouTube.com/@CraigLairdCC. That's my Crafter's Companion YouTube. www.youtube.com/@CraigLairdCC. Had to put the at in there. I couldn't just get it Craig Laird CC like all my other accounts. 101 Dalmatians. Oh, you're going with some themes here. Trust me, I am going to take a note of these. And when we have our product development days, I will feed these to the team. Peter Pan one. Yep. It's a good idea. It is, isn't it? Right, here we go. Let's do some crafting with our heritage dies. We will what was there was a comment. I'm just trying to see, there was something that caught my eye there, and it was a YouTube comment. You're very welcome. I'm glad you like seeing the preview of it. A lot of you saying, oh, Cinderella. That would be a good one. That would be a really, really good one. We've got Pinocchio. Yeah, that would be a good one. No, I can't find that comment. Wherever it's gone, it's disappeared. Won't it be expensive to get a Disney license? Yeah, no, I'm not meaning actually get the license from Disney. I'm just meaning like do kind of like our take, as in through the looking glass sort of feel to it. So yeah. We've got a lot in the papers yet. Gilmore Craig, it would be awesome to make my first album out of this. That's a good idea. By the papers, I'm just... Where's that comment? It's gone, it's disappeared. Anyway, right, yo. What's more important is we go on and we do some crafting. I've said it like 4 times now, not actually got to it. So let's do it. We've got the heritage dies. I absolutely freaking love our heritage dies because they're big, they're bold, they've got lots of detail into them, but there's a lot of separate dies when it comes to each collection. And the initial concept, you know what I'm like, I'm not very jaunty angle and twisted and, well, some may disagree, twisted easel concept. You know, that's not usually my style. And when it comes to these ones here, you can then have the concept, which is each layer that you cut, you can offset it so you can get different shapes, different designs, or you can do what I do and just keep them all in line with each other. You don't have to offset them. Of course, the whole initial concept is that you can then be cutting them, ranging them different ways, twisting them, turning them, and you'll see as we go on, we will of course do that. So we do have the heritage dies in as a collection. On my original stream, I had a link to our website and these. Of course, I had to right at the start, didn't work, so I had to knock these all off, start again. So that's why it was just a very quick Wednesday night live showing Sarah's new box. So they are on the website and they're in a collection such as a couple of paper pads, I believe so anyway. So we've got our heritage die. So we've got a couple. We've got 4. We have got 4 where still a lot of love for watching on both Facebook and YouTube. Sharon is saying, I found you on here, what have I missed? And good evening. So you are on Facebook because your name's come up in red. We've got now let me tell you, Debbie, I would adore a Lady and the Tramp inspired collection. That is for sure. Wouldn't that be fun? It really would be fun. Yeah, Lady and the Tramp. This is a night, it's a beautiful night, and they call it Bellanotte. Beautiful song, gorgeous song, although I didn't do it any justice, did I? Heritage dies. I hate it. I'll start that again. I love it when we have all these different combinations, but then when they come out with these names that I can't say. Antique chic, I can say, no problem at all. We've got Venetian charm, I can just say that. Heritage scrolls, I can just say that. And Georgian swirls, okay, I can say that one. So we've got all 4 of these ones. So I think what I was going to do the other day, it was going to be this kind of like hexagon-esque sort of style. So we can then use this one. We've then got Georgian swirls, this one is. We've got, Craig, just so that you know, you're live on, yes, well, so I've worked out that my Facebook Live is live on Crafter's Companion page, not my own. So yeah, if you are, well, I was about to say, if you are watching via Facebook, you'll be watching from Crafter's Companion's page. Don't know how that happened. I don't know how. I'll need to have a look after. No, it's a big deal. Well, it is, because it's better if I'm live on my actual page. But at least we're live on both Facebook and YouTube. That's the main thing. Georgian swirls. Let's go in with this one here, and we can then dive straight in. Julia from Perth, Western Australia. Hi, Julia. Fred, Lady and the Tramp, sing it, Craig. No, that was enough. You don't want to hear me screech it out. Cheshire Cat just kills me, pretty sure. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 dies. So we've got the 4 dies here. Now, what's lovely with these ones is the base die. We have this embossed detail that we can see all the way around. So cuts out, cuts in, and then you've got all this embossed detail all the way around. So let's go. So it's 5 by 5, say. Do I want to go 8 by 8? No. 6 by 6? No, I want a border. Let's go 7 by 7. Get my card blank. So if we go 7 by 7, and I'm going to go, after, I'm not sure. Actually, now the other day when I was looking at this, I don't know why, but it just reminds me of a ladybird or a ladybug. I know probably half of you are saying, Craig, what have you been smoking tonight? That looks nothing like a ladybird. It's like more of an alien or a frog or something like that. I see a ladybird / ladybug. So what we're then going to do, so we've got kitty cat. Okay, so I will ask a dumb question. Why can't you just turn a symmetrical square die crossways? I'm not sure what you mean by that, kitty cat. Why can't you just turn a symmetrical square die across ways? Lee, Craig, is that Crafter's Companion fleece on the back of your chair? It's not actually. No, it's just a purple fleece that I'd bought when I joined the company. So no, it's just a unbranded purple one. But I do it's the one I wear to work if it's really, really cold. We've got Karen, been watching on YouTube. Finally found you on CC Facebook page. Cannot comment on YouTube. Okay, can't. These dies give separate looks and can be mixed match. Just twisting the old favourites. Still not 100% getting what you were meaning. So anyway, yeah, I see it as a ladybird or ladybug. So, ladybird, ladybug, black and red, black and red. B, yeah, Val, could be B. Sandra is saying I can say ladybird too. Thought I was the only one. Yeah, no. Sharon saying find you on YouTube. Fab. Diane, still can't find you on YouTube. No live feed. It's definitely there. It's lots and lots and lots are watching via YouTube and commenting via YouTube, which is wonderful. Oh, I don't know what I've just pressed there, but I don't want that, and I don't want. Just looking to see if it is. No, we're fine. Right, yep, no, all good, perfect. Just checking signal and everything like that, all good. Right, so I'm going to go around that line of the ladybird. So I'm going to go black, white and red. Bear with me on this one. Bear with me. Going to watch back later on, not feeling that great, trying to rest. Sending you some loving hugs, Rosemary. I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, so let's go for black and white. There was also a comment I seen saying, is that new shelving at the side? Yes, it is. I went to IKEA again last weekend. Maybe the ones not finding you on YouTube, Craig, are looking on the crafters page. Unless, yeah, if you're on YouTube, and if you're on YouTube, don't go to Crafters TV YouTube page. Go into Craig Laird CC. Just type in Craig Laird CC, and that'll pop up. I'll come up. Still, obviously, it's my Crafters Companion YouTube page. Right, so we've got. Let's crack on because I've been yabbling on too long. So I've got black, I've got white. Yeah, new units that I went to IKEA at the weekend and bought and set up. So I've got tower here. I've got a tower at the side of me here. I've got more at the back. So that'll keep me going for a little while. So let's go in and have a look. I'm going to go into the red, but I want is Craig, I can only comment on YouTube via my mobile, not from TV. Yeah, that'll be correct. That'll be correct. You wouldn't be able to comment if you're watching on the TV. You will just need to also thing your phone to comment. So what I'm going to do is taking this one for, I thought I had, Everyday Brights. Maybe it wasn't this one. I was sure I still had a bright red left in this one from Everyday Brights. Clearly not. So maybe it is the Christmas one. I'm sure. Decorative Christmas. Ah, yes. That's it. What we can then do is take the bright red. So let's go in with the bright red here. I could, in actual fact... Oh no, there's no black in that. I thought there was black. So what I'm going to do is take this bright red that we can see here. I am going to... No, I'm not going to put it away just yet because maybe me will probably need it. So we can then take that one. I've got my white and I've got my black. So I've got black. So this is just our black matte card, our white multi-purpose card. So we can then also take my card blanks. So I'm just going to take this one here. So let me get my guillotine. If I take my guillotine, I'm just going to check this card blank because it's just a little slither bigger than 7x7, and I would rather my card blanks were bigger than what they say than smaller. So what we've got is our card blanks, 7x7. So what I'm going to do is let's go in. So let's try 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. So we've got our matten layer, and actually I want it 6 by 6. So if I go 6 by 6, so that, yeah, so I've got a little bit more of a white border all the way round. So we've got that one. So if I move that one to the side, I'm going to go in with another piece of white. Now, the length of this die is 5, it'll be 5 by 5. So if I then go, let's do 6 by 6, might trim it a little bit more. Maybe that'll be fine. Let's see what it'll look like on this matten layer. Yeah. I might actually, what I'm going to do, so that is 6 by 6. I'm just going to trim it. I'm going to take off about 3 millimeters. And then I'm going to go in with this red, this bright red. So this one I'm going to go up to 6 inches. But what I'm going to do is, when it comes to guillotine, of course I'll always say the true measurement is to the right hand side, because you've got, where you've got the 6 inch, you've got that gauge down the middle there that's about 1 or 2 millimeters in width. So the true measurement is to that right hand side of the line. But to give me an extra little border all the way around, I'm going to go to the left hand side of that 6 by 6. So this should hopefully give me a fine black, fine red matten layer. Zoom out again into here. I cut myself. Oh no, it's not. It's fuchsia. I was doing Oh, that's not good. I was using my fuchsia water reactive just before I went live, and that's not good. So I have to cut another one. So let's take, what did I say that was? Just shy of 6x6, didn't I? So let's take the guillotine again. So if we go just shy of 6x6, let's just come down. I'll zoom out again in a moment for you to see. Hopefully we'll not get any inky fingers on this one. What I was actually doing before we went live is, because I have been getting the hang of TikTok, which, don't worry, you don't need to be on TikTok to see my TikToks. I do put them on to Insta. But I've been trying to think of different fun things to do. So I was doing a few techniques earlier with my water reactives, but I need to let them dry before I can actually film TikTok. So that's what I was doing before, hence why I had some ink on me. So what we've then got is our matting layer. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm going to cover my mic while I take a drink, although you're probably still going to hear it. Let's just move it. See, take bad, touching my mic, not getting into trouble. Usually I've got Charlotte in my ear going, stop touching your mic, stop touching your mic, because it'll probably affect all of you guys. Yeah, because if we ruffle with our mic, transfers through. She'll tell us off. Charlotte will tell us off. So we now going to go in with our outer die. So this time what we're going to do is I am going to cut it in black. A little bit too shy, so I need another one. And the reason, now of course, this die is going to cut all the way around. Now of course I could cut through there and let the black from the back shine through. However, with these dies you've got your embossed detail. So within your embossed detail, it means it is absolutely worthwhile die cutting them and then embossing them afterwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and roughly cut that one out. So I'm going to pop this one in and I'm going to go in and then in, and because I bought some new stands during the week for my lives with the intention of going live on YouTube. Are you ready for this? As Taylor Swift would say, are you ready for this? Look at that. So I can just feed that one through. That's of course going to go through, and so we take this one out. What we're then going to do is we're going to emboss it. So what I like to do is turn it over. Now, I'm not bothered about that bit coming out because the detail is on the outer edge. So I'm going to put that over. I'm going to put that one back and then flip it over and then take out my magnetic shim and then lining that one up means I can then feed it back through, and as that goes through we'll then have our embossed detail. So I am looking to buy another old phone or something like that so I can get another angle as well, because I want a few different angles. but at least then when I say going through the Gemini or going through the foil press or anything like that, I've now got an angle that I can actually show you. Let's take this one out the way now, and then we can then take this by zooming in. What we can then do is remove this one out. So what we'll have is we'll have all this embossed detail, but what we can also do, if you want, just to enhance that a little bit more, I'm going to take that outer, and then I'm going to go in, I'm going to flip it back on itself there. What we can then do is take my ball tool, and then if you want, you can go in and just accent that embossed detail that little bit more. So we can then, I'm just going to go in, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to pop this purple mat underneath just so you can see it a little better. It's not going to serve a purpose or that here other than to let you see a little bit better what I'm doing. And all I'm doing is using my ball tool, scoring tool, I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to accent all these ones all the way around. So we're going to go in, work our way, carry on going. Now I'm not going to, for time, I'm not going to go around all of the detail. What I'm only going down around is sort of like that hexagon shape. So what we can do is work that one in, and then what we've got, we can just see that standing out that little bit more because we've gone in. So that is the fab emboss that you get anyway once you've used your embossing mat, and then if you go in and you create that outer edge by pushing it in, you can do that. Now of course it goes to say go over with your gilding waxes and things like that. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that emboss all so natural. So that one can then go into the middle. So what I'm then going to do is take this one to zoom out. So that's a separate one you can see there. And then what we can do is I'm going to go in with this die here. So I'm going to go in with this die once again, and I'm going to cut that into the red. However, it's only this inner part that I want. That's going to die cut out, and that is where this one, now I could cut that out, but that's going to give me all the detail. What I want is I want that solid shape, so I can cut this out in white and matte and layer it. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to, I don't really need to line it up straight, but the bit on the outer that comes out, I'm going to keep that. So what we can then do is take my plates and go in with my plastic shim. Can run that one through. That one. What we can then do is take that one. So that's the one that I want out, that we can see here. So this is where, even just now with this one, you can go that way. Oh, there we go, that's better. We can then either go that way, or we could go that way, or we can even go at different angles. And then with this one, again, once again, you can go that way, or this is the initial concept is to offset them, is to turn them. You can see then, you can then turn it over, so you're going to get a different shape. Probably no surprise, as I was saying earlier on, I like to keep them all lined and straight. So we're going to go on this. These are also, what I would say is these are really good for layering up for depth. So I am going to be using a lot of foam pads, go figure. Obviously you could use your glue gel instead. This is giving you that heritage concept, that twist and the turning, the different looks, the different shapes, but the height to them as well. You don't have to do the height. If you want to keep them flat, you can. I'm going to go in with that height with the foam pads. This bit I'm going to keep for another time, so I don't need that. So now I've gone in with that and that. So I need this one, and I need that one in white. So let's find a bit of white. So that was what I had, inky fingers. So I can use that without it is here. Moving that one to the side. I always get questions when it comes to the Junior, so that I'll explain that in a moment once this comes out. What I am also going to do is run it through again, but with the embossing mat. The thing, it really does help me as well spend that extra time going over, embossing it, and then running it back through. Let's help if we went overhead, that would help. So if we run that one through, and then what we can do is then I'll explain about the colour. So let's bring this one out. So the colour, the teal. So about 3 years ago, HSN commissioned us to do 4 Junior colours just for them, which we did do. And Gemini John, who used to work in the studio and now in our old studio, he now works at the warehouse. So if we ever have any issues with Geminis, he fixes them. So the teal, that colour, put it back again, it's actually a prototype of one of the colours from HSN. As you see, there's no Gemini branding on it because it was a prototype, and it was just a shell, there was nothing in it. So Gemini John, he'd said to me, he said, look, we've got these. This was after they'd launched on HSN. I think they were going to be discarded. And he says, is there any of the colours you like? I was like, well, I really like the teal. And he says, well, what do is bring in your Gemini Junior. He says, I'll take the white outer shell off yours, and then he says, I'll put this one on. He says, it's just not got a brand on it. I was like, it's fine, it's a Junior, isn't it? So that's where my teal Gemini Junior came from. So there were colours that were a limited edition on HSN, and that one's just was an outer shell, but we've just switched over the workings of mine. So we've got, yeah, there was a few. There was, I think there was a pink, there was a pale lilac, I think there was a black, or navy was one of them instead. It's like four colours, I think, something along those lines. So let's pop these bits out, and then as it is, we did do exclusive colours just for the UK, so it wasn't as if the UK missed out. We did have our own set of exclusive colours. So there we go. So there is our frame here. So our frame is going to sit perfectly here. So once again, if we go back to this one, and we can then zoom out. Busy Lizzie, I'm learning with these camera angles. I'm learning. It's money out my own pocket that I'm investing to make the lives better where possible. We've then got different layers, so we've got a multitude of ways, twisting and turn them. You can then go, of course, that way if you wanted to. Nothing stopping you from crossing them over that way if you want to do. And this is what it's all about. There's so many different configurations as to how you use these. So I'm going to go back into that one there, and that's going to sit into here. So this time, let's move that one out the way. So I'm going to go back in with this little what was that? Christine saying, where's Craig chatting from? Craig is chatting from his craft room. I am indeed. And all the comments are coming through via Facebook and YouTube. So we'll go in with this white one, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this one on. Let's go in with our low tack tape, and then what we can do is let's go in with, tell you what, let's just use my mini for this one. So if we run these ones through with the mini, of course we know by now they'll go through the junior, but let's just do it with the mini while I've got it. Oh, square that back up. So running these ones through, what we can then do, Kate, is doing these lives and things part of your job, or do you just like doing them? Just like doing them? Yep, they're not part of our job. These are just things that we do as extra in our own time, that we do these because enjoy doing them, love chatting away with you all, love crafting away with you all. You give me your incredible support, so it's the least I can do by giving something back by coming on and crafting away and chatting away. So we've now got a tiny little frame, so that one can go into there. However, straight off the bat, I'm missing a bit of black. We've got that black on the outline, but there's just, for me to pull it together, there's a little bit too much white and red. So what I'm going to do with this one, and I'm just going to check the size, so it's about 1 3/4, so that point to point is 1 3/4. So let's bring in my guillotine and let's go, is this big enough? Oh, just, so let's go up to 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, because hopefully what I want is for that to just fit. But if I pop that in there, we'll still have a tiny little bit of a red border just all the way round. So what we can then do is take that one out. I'm just going to trim just another couple of millimeters off. There's there, and there's there. So if I take this one, and so it's all about layering up. It's getting to see. Bethan, we really appreciate what you do for us. More than welcome. My absolute pleasure. Do a lot for me, so I like to give a little bit back. So we've got that one there, and then what we can do, that one again could go into there, but I want to see a little bit of that black border. So let's go back in with our guillotine, or you could, if you want to, just use your tiny square matte and layer dies. I'm just using my guillotine, of course, lining up. I know I've got my small guillotine, but I still just seem to use my large guillotine the most, even when it comes to tiny little bits. So if we can move this in. So what I will also do is I will layer each bit individually, so then we can have a plane where we want to go, although I already know I'm kind of going to go in this forum. So we've got, I think I know what I'm going to do to finish off, but I'm going to leave it to the end because we need something else needs to be there, certainly in that centre. So let's go in and let's set these ones to the side there. These ones can go to the side. I'm going to zoom out, move that. So this one, let's go in. Let's actually, yeah, I'm happy with that. Right. So let's go in and add our layers together. So I'm going to put this white layer onto my red layer, and then the red layer is going to go onto the black layer, but I'm going to use foam pads for that. Now I've gone with the red, white and black. Of course you could use any colour combination you so wish. You might want to substitute black or that for the navies. So what we can then do is take this one to the side. We've then going to go in, so this one here, I'm going to go into these here. I'd be tempted to put something small in the corners, white corner. I'm not finished yet. I'm not finished yet. Wait and see. Wait and see. So this one, black layer, I'm going to put flat onto my card blank. What we can then do is pop that one into here. Keep that one flat. So this one now I'm going to go in with my foam pads. Oh, you're getting my head there in the way. I'm going to go in with my foam pads here. Remember what I was saying earlier on, as well as changing the layout design when it comes to these heritage dies, add height to them if you want. Of course, I know that if you're going to be posting or that, then you might not want to. You don't have to. You know, the height police aren't going to come at your door and say, why didn't you put foam pads on there? But it works. It works really, really well. What we can then do is take back. Now I did cut my fingernails the other day, and if you all know the story about my fingernail for this finger that I keep longer from my foam pads, I cut it too short. So let's layer this one. So I'm going to go with a tent fold, so the fold is at the top, and then I'm going to pop that one into the middle. And then what I am going to do at this moment in time, I'm going to pop this one on. I'm going to use my tacky glue for this. So this one's going to stay on flat. So keep this one on flat. This is one that we've ran through with our embossing mat. But then what we've also done is we've gone in with our little ball tool and accented a few little bits of detail. So I'm going to get that as central as I can, which I think is close to it anyway. Let's press this one in. We can then pop that into place. Press that in. So there is the initial start. So I'm going to set that one to the side at the moment. Let's go in with our frame and background. And as I always say, either or any of your adhesives you can of course be using. Do like my tacky glue to take my time, sketch over the back. Let me just zoom in a little bit more. So going to go in, sketch over the back into all these little bitties, so making sure that we can go in, work my way round. So this is at this point, if you wanted to make this little aperture into a shaker, then of course you could do. So incorporate shakers with your heritage dies. I'm keeping this one in flat. So if I work this one in, once I pop it into place, the other thing that would look quite nice as well is selected parts of paper piecing. Now this isn't something I would paper piece the whole lot. I have a lot of patience, but not a lot of patience to do that. But you could just do certain bits, selective bits. So what we can then do is pop that one straight over the top. So I'm going to lift that up. I'm going to move that in. Squeeze that one, press that one in. So I'm not going to attach that to my card blank just yet, because we can have a play with the layout. So I can set that one to the side at the moment. So what we can then do is take what I've someone mentioned that they used the pad of their finger to flip the edge of the tape paper and take it off. I haven't tried it yet. So that's something that I've actually shown a couple of times on my lives. Sometimes you do get people that do prefer double-sided tape. However, the struggle sometimes to get it layered up. So by turning the corners, it can help. So go around the detail with this one. So what I can take is take this one here. I'm going to pop that one into place. So I'm going to move that one and squidge it into place. Press that one. So there's our next one, and then we've got this one here. So let's bring it back in. So this is the way that I am going to do it. I am going to use foam pads, of course, but we can then be layering them all up in between. But then what you could do is you could be twisting, and then we could be turning, and same within these ones here. Or you can, let's go at a jaunty angle, and it's as if we're each layer we're twisting around that little bit more all the way around. Or we can even start to come down different angles. Maybe put that up a little bit further up. So there's a few different ways in which you could use these. Of course, even when it comes to these layers, keep them separate and offset these ones. So loads and loads and loads. So let's go in, and I'm going to add my foam pads onto here, and then what we can also do is add foam pads onto this one. So that one can go into there. These are 3mm foam pads. Diane saying, I loved it twisted. Great card. That's from Jean. Thank you, Jean. I need just a square foam pad. I've got a few smaller square ones, I'll use them. And then I'm going to assemble this, and then I'm going to go into, seeing as, because I've not even used that tiny little die that you get as well. That would be good in the corners. You could die cut 4 of them and pop them in the corners. I'm not going to, because I'm going to use something else. So if I lay that one direct on top of each other, like so, I'm going to take that one into there. What I can then do is take that. Actually, it's a really good point as well, Dawn, is whichever way you twist and turn them, these dies, they look so elegant. So I'm going to pop that one into there, but as I said at the start, we need something. We do need something. So running on that colour theme I've started with has gone from the thought of a butterfly. That tiny little die, I thought of a butterfly, ladybug. So because I thought of a ladybird or ladybug, I thought the black and the reds, hence why I've gone with that colour theme. So love the corner ones. It's really nice, isn't it? Thank you, Olga. It's a lovely comment. Thank you for that. So let's go in with where are you? Where are you? Come out, wherever you are. Where's it gone? Bear with. Oh, I don't know why I'm shouting, because I've got my mic on. Sorry if that's just deafened you all by me shouting. What have I done with it? Was I going to use it? Oh, what have I done with it? I'm going to find it because I want to use it because it'll look good. I think it'll look good. I hope so anyway. What have I done with it? Diane, it's behind me. What's behind me? Is it my ghost from earlier on behind me, is it? Where? Oh, there we go. It was there all along. Just at a different side. We've got, where is my die? Yeah. Garden Friends. Little ladybird. So let's go in with the die sets. Here we go. So let's cut our ladybird. So let's take a piece of black. So I need black for the body. And then what we can then do is, so isn't that always the case? You tidy it and you can't find them. I know. And that's how, because I thought they can't be out because I've not used them. but then I knew that they had to be in that cube, because as I say, I've not used them. So what we've got is we've got the two bodies. So I am only going to use the one ladybird. I wonder if I've got enough here. Yeah, I do. So let's take the ladybird. So in the corners, now you can of course use that tiny little accent detail die if you so wish. But what I'm going to do, and I like using these when I use the ladybird, so I don't need that one. I want the one with the ladybird where the wings are span out. And then what I'm also going to do is let's take the tiny little dots, because if you've seen me use this die before, because I've used it a number of times, I love to use these tiny little die cut dots that would be as waste, but I like using them on the project as well, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm just I'm going to use them all, or as in both sizes. I'm just going to separate them. So that's that one, that's that one. So let's just pop. So you get like two different sizes into them. So let me just move that out the way for now. And then, there we go. So what I'm then going to do is if I take this one here, we can then take, I was going to suggest that you show us the desk and maybe you could spot it. Yeah, that's an idea, eh? I could have zoomed right out as well so that you could have seen my desk. I might do that just so you can see. The left hand side is nice and tidy. It's the right hand side that's a mess. So if I pop that one into here, press that one in. So if I go, so that's as far zoomed out that I can go. So let's zoom that back in there. Got the ladybird, and that, I knew that would work. It's beautiful, it's lovely, you could put a sentiment, but look at that. I just think that works perfectly. Absolutely perfectly, even if I do say so myself. So I'm going to go in once again with a few foam pads to lift the ladybird up. And I'm not going to pop a sentiment on this. You can if you want, I'm not. So what I can then do is take, just wait to take another drink. So let's take my glue. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm just going to pop my end of my pokey tool in my glue and use that to pick up. So I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3, and going in 1, 2, and then 3. So that's those 3. And then what I'm going to do on this bottom left and top right, I'm going to go in, I'm going to do dot, 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 and then I'm going to go and do dot, 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 and then what I'm going to do is take the really, really small, tiny die cuts. Now this could be gems or pearls or anything like that, but I do enjoy using what is the waste from this ladybird. So let's turn that one around. So pop 1, 2, and then 3. And I need to do a little bit within the middle. So still using the small dots, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So what I can then do is do that again. So 1, 2, and then 3. I'm just going to nudge them into place so they're kind of lined up. And then what we can do is take... hi everyone, did Craig say how often he would be on? At least once a week. At least once a week. I was doing once a week, then I stopped for a few weeks during birthday event because it was just manic and busy. And now I'm going back to once a week. Unfortunately, I can't do the same night every week because it depends on our Crafters TV schedule, and if I'm at Hobby Maker or if I'm doing our shows. But at least once a week, and I'll always let you know about 24 hours in advance before I'm away to do a live. So then what I'm also going to do, last 4, I'm going to go dot, 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 and this time I'm going to go back in with the larger dots. So let's go in, creates kind of like, it's like little rivets. So let's just pop that into the glue again. That's that one. And this could be a just because card. If you want to add a sentiment, maybe stamp or something at an angle or something at each bit, or just a little die cut, of course you can do. I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it as it is. And then what I'm going to do is let's take this one and let's take my guillotine. So let's do our insert. So this is just shy of 6 inches. So let's go, is that straight? Yep. 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to come down a wee bit more, just shy of 5 3/4. And then what I'm doing is this is going to be the insert that's just going to go straight in just now for the sake of the live. But of course you could be stamping your sentiment, or depending on the runners of your printer, your white multi-purpose cardstock will go through your printer if it is a back feeding printer. So if your paper feeds from the back, so you can type out your insert, or if you've got your vellums you can do it that way. But if I pop this one into here, we can see here. So let's pop this one on. So So when it comes to my insert, I would always stamp it before I pop it into my card. But as I say, even with my insert, I'm not going to put a sentiment in now. I'll do this, can go into my box for whenever I need a card that I think this is really fitting for. So I'm going to pop this one in, just making sure I don't squash it too much. Now it can go into there. So that would be my insert, whatever the sentiment insert says, and then there we go. So that initial concept of creating it, I got asked this the other day on Crafters TV, and they'll say, you know, how do you think of a card design, a layout, a colour scheme? Well, you've seen me for that one there. I knew I was going to use the heritage dies, and by taking the one that I've chosen, which was the Georgian swirls, and by taking that one little detailed part that reminded me of a ladybird, which then made me think, right, red and blacks, and that's how my card came together there. So yes, sometimes I'll have a colour theme in mind, and then I'll choose a die set to work with, but it's just simply inspiration from the die. That one, that little detailed die, as I say, made me think of ladybird, so that's how I drew on with that layout. So there we go, 7x7, could be 8x8 if you wanted to, it could be 6x6 if you wanted to. Maybe without using this black lay, you can then go in with just that filigree frame if you want. A lot of depth within that one there. It is, each foam pad is 3mm in depth. Use glue gel and you can adjust the height if you want, or you can absolutely keep it flat. What would look lovely is if you kept all the layers flat but lifted the ladybird up on foam pads. So just that one little accent detail die cut of the ladybird was lifted high. The rest was all flat. That would also work as well. So there we go. That is one with the heritage dies, that one being the Georgian swirls that I used, and that is what you can then be doing. So you can do that with any of them. Craig, did you know Ben channels you whenever he says that on Crafters TV? Oh, what did I say there? Can't remember what I said there. We've got a few Dianes on tonight. Yeah, I noticed we had a few Dianes on actually. I did notice that. I did indeed. Love the Angela saying, love these dice, can't wait to receive them so I can play with them. We've got Mary saying, love, love, love it, thank you. Kate is saying Georgian swirls. Oh, got ya. I know what you mean now. We've got is that Cara? Oh, I think you're chatting away to each other, which is lovely to see. Perfect. Thank you so much for all your lovely comments. Thank you for bearing with right at the very start. Thank you for the confusion that how my live's gone out on Crafters Companion. It usually does, but it usually goes out on my page as well. How it's not going on my page, I don't know. But hey ho. The main thing is we are live on YouTube, which is fantastic. So still getting to grips with YouTube. So if you can, so what I do know, subscribe, of course, great. If you hit the bell, if you press the bell, you'll get notified whenever I go live. However, as I say, I'll always try and give you 24 hours notice when I'm going to go live. And something to do with the thumbs up. I don't know what that means yet, but if you can give me a thumbs up, perfect, that would be great. I need to look into that one. But yeah, if you subscribe and you hit that bell, then you'll be notified when I go live. So yeah, thank you so much for your perseverance. Another fun live. Really, really enjoyed that one, as I always do. We can then I will be YouTube, I'm not just going to do the lives. I will be putting bits and pieces on YouTube as well. I would definitely say, if you can, if you're not already on YouTube, I would definitely say look to sign up to YouTube. I know it's very quick and it's very simple. I know pictures can be crystal clear. You can be watching it on the big screen. I think most TV platforms now have the YouTube app that you can watch on. I know there's a lot of benefits when it comes to watching on YouTube. I know I do a lot. Most Haunted Live the other night, watching on YouTube. So yeah, if you're not on YouTube, I would certainly suggest doing it, because I won't stop posting on YouTube, on Facebook, don't worry, but certainly a lot of these sorts of technique bases and all that is always suited for that YouTube basis. So that's what I'm looking to do. But if you just want to stick with Facebook, don't worry, I'm not stopping Facebook. You'll never get me stopping Facebook. Just pushing out YouTube as well. Right, that is me for another evening. You're very welcome, Christine. You're very welcome, Lynn. Thank you so much. I will do another. Yeah, and you can give me a share as well if you want to. I will do another live next week. I'm trying to think. What I can't remember what shows I'm in next week. So I will do one and I'll let you know. Try to think if... No, I won't decide just now what I'm going to do, because I'll need to have a think. But we'll definitely do something. So that'll be next week. So yes, once again, thank you so much. If you are here in the UK and going to tune into Hobby Maker, I'm there all day Friday and Saturday afternoon. Of course, if you're not in the UK, you can still watch on Hobby Maker website, you just can't buy. And all day Friday, Saturday afternoon. Friday I've got Sara's new launch with Through the Glass, launching it on Hobby Maker Friday. It is going to be launching on Crafters TV extremely soon, so you don't need to wait too long. And I think that's about it. I am conscious of the fact of there's going to be comments in that I've not seen. I'll have a look at it. I'm not going to do it now. 10:20. I'm going to watch Grey's Anatomy before I go to bed, and that'll be it. So yeah. Well, a lot of you are saying that you've got your parcel is with... Yeah, Hobby Maker's also on YouTube. Your Crafter's Companion parcel is with your delivery man or woman. Fab. What I might actually do next week is even do a fun TikTok of how I've made this one, because I enjoy that. I think it looks good. Anyway, I'm stop blabbering now. Wait, get sorted, tidied up. Have a lovely rest of the evening here in the UK and Europe. Of course, if you are US of A, have a lovely rest of the day. If you are Australia, then, well, yeah, I hope the next 24 hours goes okay. We will see you next week on Facebook Live at Crafters TV. I'll see you Monday. No, I won't see you Friday, Saturday on Hobby Maker. Take care. Bye.